All right, hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I'm the priest Nigh from the GMS South Carolina Midlands Camp, coming back once again through the Spirit and through the power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. Call Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to my apostles and to my elders of great millstone that rule well, which taught me this truth, who are the true leaders of Israel today. And also peace, love, blessings, and salutations unto the elect, man. All right, shalom. And in this quick lesson that I want to go into, ultimately I want to go into the return of the Lord, right? It's a misconception that when our Lord Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, it's a misconception within the planet Earth that Yahweh Shai, or who the world calls Jesus Christ, but we know that's not his real name, they have brought into the lies that have been taught unto them that the Lord is all love, and that when he returns is going to be all peace and everything like that. But it's actually going to be the complete opposite. When our Lord Yahweh Shai returns, he's coming back with great wrath, vengeance, anger, to put a lot of people to death. He's bringing a lot of destruction. Okay, and I have a couple of scriptures to prove it, man. So what is it that these Christians love to talk about when they say that the Lord is all love? What are some other lies that they say? Oh, God hates the sin but loves the sinner, right? But that's all bullshit, right? And matter of fact, just to prove that, real quick, 2nd Esdras 15 and 24, woe to them that sin. It didn't say woe to the actual sin itself. It said woe, which means destruction, to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see? So ultimately, that proves that the Lord is not about what these Christians say when they say, oh, God hates the sin but loves the sinner. No, the Lord hates sinners, people who sin. And what is sin? Transgressions of the law. Who did the Lord give his laws, statutes, and commandments unto? The Israelites. Okay? Which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, you so-called Native Americans, and you so-called Hispanics. Now, when it comes to the rest of the nations, the Lord hates them all together anyways, especially Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, the Edomites, right? So that's what when it comes to our power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, hey, that's what the Lord is about, man. You see? Now, I got 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter pulled up, and I'm going to, run through it. And I got a couple of other scriptures, but this is pretty much going to let you know what Yahweh Shai is going to do when he returns, man. Okay? He's going to pull up, because right now he's gathering these other nations, right? The armies of these other nations to the Middle East. And he's about to, and they're going to go to war in World War III, right? This Third World War. But Yahweh Shai is going to interrupt them, man. He's going to invade them, and he's going to put them to death. So Yahweh Shai, being a man of war, as it says in Exodus 15 and 3, it says that the Lord is a man of war. The Lord, our Lord Yahweh, he's a man of war. So of course his only begotten son is a man of war. And that's a war strategy, man. That's a strategic war strategy of what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is about to do when they take out the armies of these other nations, and they're not going to have a military. So how are they going to fight? How are they going to protect themselves? Even though, they don't stand a chance regardless. But that's a war strategy, man. But anyways, I'm gonna get into 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, and like I said, I'm gonna just run through it real quick and get the points. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. Right now, you have the sea that's on the planet Earth, the water, but the heavens are also known as the waters as well, man. Okay, so-called outer space, right? That's known as the waters as well. The sky, so on and so forth, man. Because that's where Yahweh Shai is going to return. He's coming, from the heavens, man. He's not coming out of the sea. I believe at one point in time, I don't know if Bishop Nathaniel was teaching that, but at one point in time, I think they actually taught that Yahweh Shai is going to rise out of the actual sea, the ocean, But that's not what it's talking about. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. That's why the Lord is also known as the Lord of hosts, or the Lord of Sabaoth, the Lord of armies. When Yahweh Shai return, he's coming with an army of angels with him, man. It says, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. Yeah, when the world actually sees Yahweh Shai for himself, they're gonna piss their pants, man. And I'm just saying that just, to put it lightly. They're gonna give up the spirit. Some people are gonna, die of heart attacks, die of fear, right? Even the elect is going to be afraid. Okay? So how much more the people who haven't been putting in the work, who haven't been calling upon the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, especially these heathen. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice. Yeah, when Yahweh Shai returns, he's coming back on the fathership, a chariot, a so-called UFO that's going to cover up the planet Earth. And the angels, and ultimately Yahweh Shai is going to shoot out concentrated fire, or concentrated energy, a laser beam from his chariot. Just like how Esau got his little direct energy weapons, which pales in comparison to the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But ultimately the Lord is going to shoot a concentrated energy, and it's going to burn these people up, man. All they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven. Yeah, these other armies, these militaries, when they gather in the Middle East, going at it, with during World War III. It says, from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Right? They're going to actually try to fight against Yahweh Shai, which they're not going to want to do it. But the Lord, as I read later in this chapter, the Lord's going to he's going to make them fight against them so that he can destroy them. Right? But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. Yeah, talking about his fathership, man. Talking about the so-called UFO, the chariot that our Lord is going to return on, man. Edris likened it unto a mountain being cut out of the earth. So that's how huge the fathership is going to be. But it's going to be even greater than that. It's going to cover up the entire planet Earth at one time, man. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. Yet the Lord's going to put the spirit on them to make them fight, so that he can beat the shit out of them and burn them to powder, man. Evaporate their ass, man. Annihilate them. Okay. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire. So he's going into the laser. He's going to shoot out concentrated fire upon these people. He's going to melt them. He's going to burn them to powder, man. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell which violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. So yeah, man, this is what our Lord Yahweh Shai is coming back to do. He's coming back with great violence, great vengeance, man. Right here, 1 Thessalonians 4:16, for the Lord Yahweh Shai himself shall descend from heaven with a shout. You know, that war cry, man, that battle cry, with the voice of the archangel, speaking about Michael the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds. So Yahweh Shai is coming back to destroy and to deliver his elect, to meet the Lord in the air. He's going to beam up the elect. You know, it's going to look like a alien abduction, getting beamed up on a tractor beam. The elect, that's how the elect, and Yahweh Shai, when you read Acts the 1st chapter, Yahweh Shai, he was beamed up, okay, the same way. And so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words, right? I meant to get this right here. That was a good one, but I meant to get Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead. And you're going to plead, it means to judge, to punish with all flesh. So he's coming back to punish flesh, man. You know, these unbelievers, you know, these wicked people, anybody who's not of the elect. That's why we call ourselves of the hopeful elect, because we hope and pray that we are that number. And the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be many, you see? So the Lord is coming back to destroy, man. Okay, and people are going to be afraid. Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, the fathership, okay, the chariot, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, going into reincarnation. If Yahweh Shai was pierced, crucified and pierced through his side over 2,000 years ago, there's nobody on the planet Earth that's 2,000 years old. So they're back here in the reincarnation, most likely in, maybe a top general or some top generals in, Esau's military or wherever they're at. But they're going to see Yahweh Shai, and the Lord's going to put the spirit on them to know who he is, man. He's going to bring them back to their remembrance, and they're going to know that they're about to get completely fucked up. And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so are mine. Yeah, they're going to be afraid. Sorely, definitely afraid, man. Okay? So this is how our Lord Yahweh Shai is coming back, man. And there's plenty of other scriptures that I can get, but, just for lack of time, I'm going to end it off right there. But, this is just pretty much a quick, lesson, a quick hitter. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, man. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makakwadash. Double honors to my apostles, to my elders of great millstone that rule well, which taught me this truth, who are the true leaders of Israel today. And also peace, love, blessings, and salutations unto the elect. Until next time.